Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, and welcome to another episode of My Hair, My Journey. Today with me, I have the beautiful Nyasha McKenzie, and she is here with us today to share her natural hair story with us. So if you have any questions, please go ahead, leave them in the comment section, and we will cover as much as we can today. My Hair, My Journey will start in 30 seconds. All right, guys, once again, welcome. Before we get into today's interview, please remember to like this video, share this video with a friend, share it on your timeline, and of course, hit the subscribe button. If you would like to go further, you can go ahead and hit the notification bell so that you never ever miss an episode or an upload. So, as I mentioned earlier, today I have with me the beautiful Nyasha McKenzie, and I'm going to read a little bit about her, and then we're going to bring her on your screens, and she's going to share her natural hair journey with us. Nyasha McKenzie is a beautiful, ambitious, and creative young woman. She is currently a final year medical student whose aim is to become a pediatrician or a dermatologist, or maybe both. There's nothing she can't do once she puts her mind to it. In her spare time, she enjoys drawing and writing poems. Writing has always been a big part of her life, and who knows, maybe she'll become an author or poet as well. The sky is the limit for Nyasha. So at this time, I'd like you guys to put your virtual hands together and welcome Nyasha McKenzie to the KayKaySlays platform.
Hi
Hi.
guys.
Hi, Nyasha. Thank you so much for doing this with me today. Thank you for coming on and sharing with the people about your natural hair journey. Before I forget, I want to encourage all of you to go follow Nyasha on Instagram. I linked her Instagram page below. So in the description bar. So just click that link if you're on Instagram and run over and leave a follow for this beautiful queen. So, Nyasha, I want to start you off with the question that I start everybody on when they come on this platform. And that
Sure.
question is, how long have you been natural?
I've been natural for 1 year and about 2 months now. Um, it started as a whole process. I didn't actually want to become natural. It just
Mm,
sort of happened over time. About a year ago, I started getting dandruff in my hair, and I was doing dermatology at the time, and I spoke with my dermatologist,
mm-hmm,
and he recommended that I use a shampoo for about 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, twice a week. So I had to wash my hair twice a week for 6 to 8 weeks. And
yeah.
around that time, I was relaxing my hair, but I held off for the period, and my hair started growing, and I noticed my curl pattern starting to show, and I was very interested to see what it would actually look like once it reaches a certain length. So I let it play out for a while. I stopped relaxing, and then I decided to big chop in July. That was last year.
Very, very nice. And congratulations on a year and change so far. That is
Thank
very,
you.
very nice. So can you tell us a little bit about your big chop process? Was it nerve-wracking? Were you nervous about how you would look? Did you? I know some people, as soon as they big chop, they would put braids or something in their hair. So just give us a little insight into what happened. Like, what was your big chop process like?
Well, I was scared a bit because I've always had hair, a lot of hair.
Mm-hmm.
And to move from having my hair on my shoulders to literally not feeling any hair on my head, it was kind of scary. But I was excited for the new chapter. I mean, I never really had, experienced my own natural hair. My mom used to do it for me all the time since I was little. And I started relaxing when I was about 11 years old because my hair was so much for her to handle on her own. So that's what basically happened. It was scary. I would admit it was a bit scary to see myself looking a different way, but I loved it. I think the short hair really suited me at that time, and I embraced it. I wore my natural hair without any braids
Okay.
for probably basically the whole time I've been natural. I think I had braids twice.
Oh wow. Okay, that's very interesting that because some people, and I did that too. I didn't do the big chop, but I had braids in for a pretty long time while I was transitioning to the phase where I felt comfortable having my hair out and about. So what is one piece of advice you wish that you received either before you returned natural or even now during your natural hair journey?
Oh well, I wish that someone had told me it would be a bit time consuming because now that I have a lot of hair, it's a bit
Mm-hmm.
time consuming. It's not that I don't like it. I love taking care of my hair. It's a part of my everyday. I love doing it. And I also wish someone would told me how beautiful I would look with my own natural hair. Because until I actually cut my hair off, then I realized that this is actually me. This is what I'm actually supposed to be looking like. I'm not supposed to be having straight hair. My hair is supposed to be curly and kinky and curl up and stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's nice, and I hope that people who are going to look at this video, if you're looking at it now or in the future, that your hair is beautiful, and you will look absolutely beautiful when you
Yes,
wear your hair out, and you shouldn't let people tell you that your hair is not beautiful or that you are not beautiful with the crown in your head. So I think that's
that's
so.
very true.
Nyasha, we have a question for you. So Miss Sandra is asking, where did you do your big chop? Did you go to a hairdresser or a barber?
Actually, I did it at home.
Oh wow.
My I think it was on a Sunday. My mom went to church, and I told her, well, I was gonna cut my hair off today, and she was scared. She didn't want me doing it because I had a lot of hair at the time.
Uh-huh.
My boyfriend was at home with me, and my best friend came over, and she chopped it off for me.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah,
you really trust your best friend.
yeah, because basically she's been natural for her entire life, so
Oh,
she knew
okay,
what
yeah.
to
So she
do.
knew what she was doing.
Yeah.
Okay, if that takes some of the pressure off from, just giving her scissors or whatever. We have another comment here and says, please take us through your current hair maintenance routine.
Okay. Well, I wash my hair once a week, sometimes twice. It depends. I use my shampoo and conditioner normally. I deep condition after every wash. I usually try my best to deep condition at least once a week. Sometimes I don't have the time.
Mhm.
Busy schedules are. I don't
Yeah.
have the time, but I do try to do it at least once a week. I use my daily moisturizer in my hair. I seal it off with an oil and then I use a curl styler.
Oh,
Sometimes I use gel and sometimes I wouldn't.
that's very, very nice. So since you're talking about like curl stylers and gels and stuff, can you
Hmm.
give us some, like, I guess, name drop some of the products that you would actually use in your hair?
Well, I love Shea Moisture. I use their curl enhancing smoothie a lot. It just gives me really nice
Mm-hmm.
bouncy curls, as well as their shampoo and conditioner, the coconut and hibiscus brand. I love that. It smells amazing. I use the Cantu conditioner sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I love how their leave-in conditioner feels on my hair. I don't like the liquidy types. I like the thick types
Mm-hmm.
because it makes my hair feel very moisturized. I tried a bunch of products, but these ones are the ones that I stick with because of how it makes my hair feel. Some of them just dry my hair out and it feels horrible after. I've
Mm.
tried so many other deep conditioners in my hair. I really, really, really love the Aunt Jackie one, the coconut one. That one is really awesome.
Okay, so I know that you're currently in Guyana, so maybe can you
Hmm.
tell the people where you can get some of the products that you are talking about in Guyana, or do you order them?
Well, I did order some of them online,
Uh,
but there's the American store. That's the one that I usually get most of my products from, or I go to DM sales.
okay, very, very nice. So, guys, if you're looking to try some of the products that Nyasha uses, you can check out the American Store or DM Sales. We have another question for you. What do you use to deep condition?
I start off with a pre-poo most times, and that's just aloe vera. I rub that in my hair. Sometimes I leave it overnight. It really gets my hair very, very soft, and then I go in with my Aunt Jackie's cocoa deep conditioner.
Very, very nice. So that's another product, that you guys can grab. So now I want to ask you if you have been the victim of any sort of discrimination, or have you ever, or has anybody ever made you feel a certain type of way because you chose to wear your natural hair out?
I I've been around a lot of supportive people, my family included. They're very, very supportive, and they were very happy with my decision to cut my hair off. I mean, it started growing and is growing a lot now that I did chop it off. I don't think
Mm-hmm.
I've been around much people that has been discriminating to me. I was rotating at Georgetown Public Hospital for the period that I did chop my hair off, and everybody was all amazed and they loved it. I don't know. They all loved it. Everybody just came up to me and they were like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe you cut your hair off. You look so cute." Like, I had a lot of supportive people around me.
I think that's great. So, and I'm happy that you were not that you didn't have to experience such a thing. And it's always good
Yeah.
to have supportive people in your corner. So I'm happy that you had supportive people in your corner to champion you through that transition that
Yeah.
you had with your big chop. So now I want to ask you, what is one piece of advice that you wish you received either, or maybe you can give us both. You can give us a piece of advice you received before going back natural, and
Hmm.
then a piece of advice you wish you would have received, let's say even now or during your natural hair journey so far.
Well, before I became natural, the only advice I got was just do it. I mean, you either regret cutting your hair, you have to do it at least once in your life. So just
Mhm.
get it over with, see what it looks like, and just cut it off and see what you get. And I mean, I love it. I don't regret it at all. It was awesome to cut my hair off. I think sometime in the future I might end up cutting it again because I love the short style. But right
Mhm.
now I'm just gonna grow it out to see what it looks like once it's reaches a certain length.
Yeah.
And right now the only advice I have is just keep taking care of your hair. That's all I get. Just keep taking care of it because it's easy to get distracted and, decide to leave it. Don't wash it when you're supposed to. Don't moisturize it when you're supposed to. And those things really lead to breakage. And I'm not into breakage right now. I'm just trying
Mhm.
to preserve my hair for what it is and just enjoy having curly hair right now.
Okay. So I want to ask you, have you felt how has it been like keeping up with your natural hair during the whole pandemic season with stores being shut down and things like that?
Well, I mean, it has been a bit tough, but I do get some of my products online.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that bad. Some of the stores are shut down, so you have to use alternative products, and that's
Mm-hmm.
why I try other products as well. And if it works, I keep them. If it doesn't work, I know that that's not for my hair, and I just try to preserve as much as I can. I do wash my hair every week, as I mentioned, and sometimes it goes into like every week and a half
Okay.
because I have
Mm-hmm.
classes during the week, so my normal schedule is on Saturdays to wash my hair, and I kind of switched it up a bit to go with school and studying and everything. So it's not that bad. I'm home all the time, so I
Mm-hmm.
do have the time to wash my hair, and I enjoy it. I really do enjoy it. I think
That's
wash days are very
uh,
awesome for me.
that's great. We have a question here. How would you encourage young people who feel discriminated against wearing their natural hair?
Oh, that's a very interesting question. Well, I have not been discriminated, but I know people who have been discriminated, and I just try to encourage them in loving themselves first. I mean, once you love yourself, it doesn't matter what anybody tells you, honestly. People are going to hate you, and some are going to love you, right? So you just have to make sure that you love yourself enough so that whatever people say just flies off the back, honestly. I mean, there's
I hear
nothing better than loving yourself.
I hear you. So can you tell us about your, let's say your nighttime regimen then? Do you braid your hair to sleep? Do you just stick it in a bonnet? What are some of the things that you do to protect your hair while you're asleep?
Well, for a couple of times I've twisted it and usually put it in a bonnet. But normally, if I do wash my hair, I just put it up and in a bonnet because the bonnet is basically protecting it, anyways.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
I hear you. We have another question. Is
Mhm.
diet important in keeping healthy, natural hair?
Well, I can say from a medical standpoint, it is. I
Mhm.
mean,
Okay.
eating the right foods, fruits and vegetables, having all your vitamins, those are very important to keeping your hair healthy and natural. Well, for a natural hair, mostly I'm talking about, right?
Mhm.
But I do have my moments when I eat junk food, and I know it's not the healthiest of choices, but I haven't noticed that it breaks my hair off or anything. It's not that I'm, encouraging people to eat a lot of
Yeah.
junk food, right? But I mean, you do have to have junk food some of the times, but your
Mhm.
diet is very important in keeping your hair healthy, especially as a natural girl.
That's so important. So for all of you that's looking on, please remember that it's okay to indulge from time to time, but you have to pay attention to what you put in your body. I know that they are natural hair supplements that some people would take as well to help keep their hair strong and help to prevent it from breaking and stuff like that. Have you ever used any natural hair supplements, or is it just like the like products or your aloe vera, whatever that you would
So,
use to keep your hair?
well, I've been using Nature Bounty's hair, skin, and nails.
Okay.
I started it, I think, a couple years ago. My mom got me some, and I really enjoy them. I don't know if that plays a role in actually growing my hair as it is
Mm,
right now,
uh-huh.
because sometimes I forget to use them because I'm
Hmm.
forgetful. I'm very forgetful, but I'm not 100% sure if that is the reason that my hair is growing, but I use it. It's basic vitamins, and
Hmm.
it is great.
Okay. So guys, if you look, could you give us the name of the supplement you use again, just in case anybody might want to research or try it?
Nature's Bounty hair, skin, and nails. It's in a pink container. It's kind of a gummy vitamins.
Oh, very, very nice. So Nyasha, I want to thank you once again for coming on, for sharing your natural hair story with us. Is there anything you would like to share with the people before we leave for today?
Um, just a little bit of advice.
Mm-hmm.
If you're transitioning or if you are already natural, just make sure that you take care of your hair. You're taking care of your hair is very, very important. Make sure that you detangle your hair as much as you can, because it leads to single strand knots and knots in general. And don't brush your hair from the root to the end. Always start from the ends to the root. And make sure that you continue to love yourself because self love is very important in this time.
That's great. I think that those are very good pieces of advice. I hope that people will listen and people will, take away some of the nuggets that Nyasha has left with us today. This has been another episode of My Hair, My Journey. As I said earlier, please like this video, share this video with your friends, share it on your timeline, and of course, hit the subscribe button and subscribe to this channel. Nyasha, I want to thank you once again for coming on. Thank you, everyone, for viewing. Those of you that are here with us now, and for those of
You're
you that will
welcome.
view, thank you. And those of you that will view once this broadcast has ended, this is your girl KayKaySlays and with Nyasha McKenzie, and we're both saying goodbye.